Our band kind of operates under the assumption that...
Are you manager or an artist?
Artist.
There we go.
Yeah, and manager of the band. We kind of assume that the music fans we're trying to reach all have ADD, and that their patience is, really short. And all we really try to do is be consistent across our websites, like the look and the feel and all that stuff. We're trying to get to that point, and we're trying to give them content every day, like a news update. Is there anything more a band should try to do?
Maybe a little less. I don't know
content.
if you need a news update every single day.
Well, not every day, but
be a flirtatious girl.
Well,
right. I'm dead serious here. Or like, if you're trying to date a woman, right, you don't call her every fucking day. She won't go out with you. Treat your website. Don't like you literally throw a little out there, reel it in.
Right.
Throw a little out there, reel it in. It keeps people hungry, right? It keeps them. That's just a basic marketing.
And group things together. I mean, we had a joke. We were working with Ben Harper. One day I was seeing these constant emails from iTunes. Every Tuesday is new release day. And I said, well, we should try to do the same thing, but with all the various pieces of content we got for free from festivals or this, that, the other. So once a month, we would be sending out an email saying, hey, here's where you can get a download, here's where you can get a stream, here's what you can do. And we would update them, but we'd try to group things together so we weren't constantly inundating them. Because after the 30th or 40th tweet or email from a band, I'm probably tempted to block them and report them.
And make sure, if you're on a label, make sure that you're on the mailing list that goes out, because a lot of times labels get their hands in there and start blasting, and then you're like, dude, what are you doing? And they're not telling you.
Right.
And
they'll blast one person's list.
Yeah.
Right.
They did it to one of my bands.
They'll send one band's emails, and they'll use them for another band, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that all the time. Well, and I think another thing too is understanding, I think the traditional way, it sounds traditional because it's only been a few years really, is putting music on your website. That is now getting turned, you could release content now on so many different ways, and you could, if some of your fans are more into Twitter, throw some stuff out there for them, and then do something different on MySpace. Do something different, like, you could, it's insane, like, we're actually having a band that's going to be on a video shoot, and we're going to do a 12-second mobile blast from the video shoot that we're going to get people's cell phones back with, right? Like, couldn't have done that 3-4 years. You just and that's content, right?
Right.
Did we answer your question?
Yeah, I would clarify really quickly.
Real quickly, at 2 o'clock today, we have a whole panel on online.
Okay.
Just to let them know.
Okay, thanks.
But anyway, sorry.
Number one, our news updates are always content driven, so if we don't have news, we don't make an update. Number two, we monitor traffic to our site, and whenever we've kept content coming at least every 3 days, we see the number growing of the computers that have looked at our site. So same person might look 10 times, but a new computer has accessed it. So this tends to keep growing, but as soon as we drop off on web updates, that number drops again. So we see results. I'm just wondering, what a band should do.
It's like the market, right?
Sure.
Or it's like there's also this thing called diminishing returns, right? You
Sure.
do something so much, and at some point, the returns, like they just go down here, right?
I see what you're saying.
So you gotta be careful with your information. And again, if you're seeing that at some point, it's going to tail off, and there's only so much anybody, I don't care who you are, has to say. Right?
True.
So you got to space that out. And it's the thing we learn in promotion is like you need to space out your information, because you don't want to be saying, get on, it's like, hey, what's going on with your band? Nothing. Never get to the point where you're like, nothing.
Thanks.